What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Gamer Daily Show. I'm joined today with Res, our co host, and we've had a lot of new news drop over the last week, including massive sales, new seasons, collabs, and more. So let's get into it. First, Res, I want to talk about Crimson Desert. It was just announced that they have smashed 5 million sales worldwide so far in only a month. They launched March 19th. What do you think about Crimson Desert?
When you actually look at what Crimson Desert is and how they've been able to actually pull people in just through the immersive world that they've built, they are doing things different from other game studios. Specifically, we've seen so many game studios that they've built upon old titles and just kept on building on the IP of a lot of titles that are well past their prime. We finally are seeing something new and just something that actually has world building around it. For anyone who's a fan of RPGs, you can definitely get your money's worth out of a game like Crimson Desert. Hundreds of hours of playtime, and just explorative world. As I said, as I use the word world building, there's so many actual things you can do without the world, whether
Hmm.
it be Easter eggs, whether it be weapon collecting, whether it just be any kind of thing, even if you want to treat it as a cozy game and just kind of waste time on it. You're able to do that. It's really just how you decide to play the game and how dedicated you want to be to the game. But hundreds upon hundreds of hours
Hmm.
of top tier gameplay and actual. When we think next gen graphics, I really think Crimson Desert hits it perfect on the dot of what we actually want to see out of these next gen graphics that have been built over the past few years.
Yeah. And I think with Crimson Desert too, I believe they sold 2 million copies in the first 24 hours of launch. Then that number grew to 3 million after a few days. And like I said, now it recently passed 5 million a month into launch. So they're doing really, really well. And they're still getting sales a month in. So people are seeing streamers and content creators play the game and they want to play it themselves. So they're doing something right.
They're definitely moving in the right direction. Quantitativity is one of the things we don't see out of a lot of new games, but if it's to continually be seen, I mean, 20, you said 20 million at the beginning of this, 20 million over a
No,
month,
sorry, 2
correct?
million. 2 million. Yeah.
I mean, 2
They,
million over a month is still huge for a game, especially in the space of what things are now.
yeah.
Backing up with the brand and IP recognition, we're
Hmm.
seeing a game that has no name behind it whatsoever, and they're taking the gaming world by storm.
Yeah.
We just need more passion projects, honestly, from devs. And I really think once we do start seeing more of these passion projects, you will see more IPs emerging that are gonna take this next wave of time by storm. It's a changing of the old guard in times. So a lot of people are bored of the old IPs and are ready just to see something new. It's definitely been a fresh breath here, just seeing all these new games enter the scene.
Yeah, exactly. We all just want to see new IPs and people go for it. We want to see game studios go for new stories, new we just want to see new features and we're tired of seeing remakes of the same old. Like we don't need to see um people aren't buying Call of Duty. They're not buying a lot of remakes of titles. They just want to see new things. I don't blame them. I mean, we've been playing the same titles for over a decade plus now at this point.
100% agree. We're burnt out.
100% burnt out. So Crimson Desert is very hot right now. They sold 5 million copies over the last month, 2 million in the first 24 hours. I want to talk about another hot game, and this is going to be Marvel Rivals. They released their season 7.5 update, and I'm not a big Marvel Rivals guy. I don't play it personally, but I know Rez does. So what do you want to talk about with the season 7 update?
Season 7.5 has added if you're a Marvel's fan, obviously you know who Thanos is. They did not add Thanos, but this is the closest representation we have ever had of Thanos in Black Cat. Literally, if you want a character that can do any and everything, you have your person. This has to be one of the most skilled operators in the game right now. when you actually look at what you can do, it's an improved Deadpool without the range, realistically. You you can make your build how you want. You can counter who you want. Just for example, she has a ability where you throw a fish down and it creates an anti-gravity thing. If there's an Iron Man or an Ultron flying around, or even a Storm flying around, they're on the ground. They're grounded. They can't fly no more when you
Mm.
throw down this wall. Like she's one of the most overpowered characters we've seen. She's changing the meta of what games are. This game went from being a triple support meta to now we're seeing a dive meta within this game. The meta has been able to change just through one player, and I'm definitely ready to keep on seeing all the characters they're gonna keep on being able to add, especially all the source material they are able to pull from.
Yeah, they have the most source material to pull from for any new character, so they could pull a lot of tricks out of their bag very, very soon. I also saw that they released a new game mode. It's called Blood Hunt. What do you think about that? Do you like it?
Oh, huge fan. If you guys are a fan of any like Call of Duty Zombies, like a lot of classic gamers are who came into the scene and grew up on gaming, I mean, you're gonna be a fan of Call of Duty Zombies. But Marvel Rivals basically more or less added a zombies mode. It's called Blood Hunt. It's a vampire hunting mode. You go through waves and then you fight a boss at the end of the waves. Rather than being round based like zombies, you go through rounds and then you complete the boss fight to move on to the next tier of waves. So it's not continuous, but it is definitely a grind nonetheless. You could compare it a little bit with a mix of Destiny 2 if you would like to throw in the looting aspect that they have added with it. There's gear upgrades that make your character stronger. You can get stronger weapons for characters that are already in the game. There are only 6 characters available right now through the Blood Hunt game mode, but hopefully they'll be adding more. And I think it's only around for 90 more days, if I'm not
Hmm.
mistaken. But it's definitely an interesting limited time mode, and hopefully we see more PvE aspects in Marvel Rivals. I think really when you look at Marvel Rivals is setting the stage to give us like a Fortnite like style game for the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
I think if any game has potential for being able to set up its own universe, it's Marvel, which already has been hitting on the multiverse stuff for over a decade now.
Yeah, that's a good point. They're definitely pushing more into like the metaverse style of games where Fortnite is no longer just a battle royale. You have a bunch of creator maps, new game modes. It's like a place where you log on to start your gaming experience, and Marvel Rivals is trying to do something similar. I like the idea of having Blood Hunt having a PvE mode. I'm curious to see what other limited time game modes or maps or experiences they are able to come up with so you have players stick playing Marvel Rivals and stay on the game. Moving
I don't
forward,
think this
sorry.
get better.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Moving forward, Fortnite just had a collab with Bloons TD6, which is a mobile game. It's a tower defense game. Um, I wanted to bring this up personally because I'm a big Bloons TD guy, especially back in the day. And I think this is a really interesting collab. And I wanted to bring this up to you because they partnered with Bloons TD6 to drop the Dart Monkey character. And it's interesting because Bloons TD is a mobile game. It's not like a movie character or any other IP. It's another game IP, mobile game IP specifically collabing with Fortnite. So what did you think about that?
Actually didn't know about that, but that's definitely very interesting to hear. As someone who grew up on, Bloons, just being able to play that in the elementary school computers when we were in elementary school, not having much access to anything else other than cool math and addicting games back in the day.
Yeah.
Y'all already knew what's up if you were around for those times. I definitely think it's very interesting adding another game character. I mean, it's not that crazy to think about, I guess, really. I mean, when you look at something like Godzilla, for example, I feel like Americans specifically, we were introduced to Godzilla through the game, like specifically the PlayStation 2 games, like at least our generation, rather than the movies, because it's just been recently where we've started getting new Godzilla movies to actually introduce us to that. But Fortnite Fortnite did the Godzilla collab. It'd be cool if they did something like Donkey Kong. Like imagine
Mm-hmm.
a Donkey Kong skin in Fortnite.
Yeah.
But I think like down the line of just seeing more branded collabs along Fortnite, I think with the potential's there with all the licensing, but I think really what would bring Fortnite to the next level is if these characters, rather than just being playable characters, you actually build upon like we see it with Marvel, and I think another reason why Marvel is going to have a very good experience building their own system like Fortnite. They do what if scenarios. I don't think it would be bad to see Fortnite do something like, let's say, Star Wars invades Halo or something.
Mm.
Like you see stormtroopers fighting Covenant.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's a good path for them to go down where not even specifically stuff like that, but like let's say like Powder Puff Girls and Dexter, like an actual crossover that actually happened. I know they have Powder Puff Girls in the game. I don't know if they have Dexter in the game. But we've seen collabs in actual TV shows, even if it's just for an episode, like DC Arrowverse, for example. You would always see Superman come over or
Mm-hmm.
Supergirl popping in the series shows.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it would be bad for Fortnite to also create their own story around universes that are already linked of outside of media.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I was thinking too, one of the pushbacks might be from brands not wanting to collab with other brands. But you mentioned perfectly like Powder Puff Girls and um Dexter,
Dexter.
how they had their own crossovers together already, so it wouldn't be a big deal to do it in Fortnite. That's a great idea, and I think that's something that's going to give an advantage to Marvel Rivals in because Marvel Rivals owns all of the Marvel IP, so they can have what if scenarios, however many what if scenarios they want. It's not going to be like a barrier. They're not worried about multiple brands owning IPs. It's all Marvel Rivals. And the last big piece of gaming news I want to talk about with you today, Rez, is going to be Xbox. They have announced their new rebrands, with their new logo being a liquid glass green effect, and they're dropping Microsoft Gaming from their branding and replacing it with We Are Xbox. This is essentially a move from what we used to see as a minimalist vibe from all these corporations. They want everything plain, minimal, back to a more tech focused green look for Xbox, which I really, really like. What did you think about the new Xbox rebrand, Res?
Much needed. When you look at it from an actual gamer standpoint, this is what we've been looking for years. Everyone thought the complete opposite. Everyone thought Xbox was about to heavily lean into the field of AI, with the new position of CEO having been promoted from development of AI or head of AI research, something
Mm-hmm.
along those lines.
Yeah.
Everyone thought the worst, but we're actually seeing her in real time do what every gamer has wanted of Microsoft for the past 10, 15 years. But all the changes we've seen from her so far have been exactly what you would expect from an actual hardcore gamer's perspective. We're seeing exactly what you want in the gaming realm. I think realistically, competition is what spawns the best gaming. When competition was at its peak between Xbox and PlayStation, during the early to mid 2010s, we were seeing some of the best games. We were seeing IPs be established, and a lot of these IPs have also fallen off because they have realized the place that they've been given during the time that they were given back then. All we're seeing competition spawn again within the gaming industry through what Xbox is starting to do. I can't wait to see what the future holds with it. Not saying bring back console wars, but competition does make for advancement.
Yeah, you're right entirely. With both things what you said with the new CEO coming in, people were worried from an AI perspective what she was going to do to a company in Xbox, and let's be honest, that was already kind of deteriorating, and it kind of has been sitting there deteriorating for the last few years. Um,
Yes.
this rebrand, in my opinion, and it's something that even the CEO, the new CEO, Asha Sharma stated, um, is this rebrand supposed to help reflect what Xbox wants to be moving forward. They want to emphasize a high agency work culture. And they want to have bold ideas, and they said that they want to officially put the community first. And I think this is the first rebrand that really does that, putting the community first. We're all tired of seeing the Xbox dashboard feel like a Windows PC, right? Like I want my gaming console to feel like a gaming console, and I think obviously they haven't really done that yet, but this is a start. I want to start seeing these liquid glass, old school Xbox aesthetics back into the consoles and back into the overall user experience.
Completely agree with you.
Yeah, and then you also mentioned too having the console wars back in the day with Xbox and PlayStation, and how at the end of the day, the console wars, the biggest benefactor from the console wars was us, the consumer. We got all these great IPs, all these great titles, all these great innovations. And I think that Xbox is going to start to innovate more and more because let's be honest, they have lost the console wars and they're fighting from an inferior position at this point, which means that they need to innovate. They need to be on the offensive. They can't no longer be a defensive company that thinks that, just because you're Xbox, you can sit back and be passive. They need to make moves. And I think this is a great start towards that. Moving,
Definitely agree with you on that.
yeah. Speaking of Xbox news, they also released a teaser. Xbox's CEO, she teased an integration on Twitter with Discord. She said, "We're teaming up again. Dot dot dot. Some of you might start to see some things, new things in the wild." And she was referring to Discord, and Discord responded to the tweet saying "coming soon" with the eyes emoji. So trying to get some marketing PR going there. There's a lot of rumors going around. We don't really know what this actually means between Xbox and Discord, but we do know it's going to be a partnership or a collaboration between the Xbox Game Pass and Discord. So who knows what that means? Some people think it's going to be a chance to get maybe Discord Nitro for free if you have the Xbox Game Pass. Other people are talking about maybe you can have maybe Xbox Game Pass games if you have Discord Nitro or vice versa or some sort of collaboration there. We don't know what that is yet, but keep an eye out on Discord socials and on Xbox socials because that should be announced soon.
Yeesh. That's crazy from a gaming perspective. You're being given access to another paid platform, a platform that you're probably already paying for as a gamer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting collaboration, and selfishly, I have Game Pass, so I would like to get Discord Nitro for free. Um, that'd be a great addition. But again, it's just everything's just rumors right now. But we do know that there's going to be some benefits to Xbox Game Pass holders on Discord soon, and vice versa. So I'm excited for that. And last but not least, we're gonna wrap up this Xbox news segment talking about the new wave of Game Pass games that they released. Um, they released quite a few games. I know I saw Res playing one earlier, and it made me want to download. But I'll list the new games that are getting released, and then I'll let Res talk about what he's been playing recently on Game Pass. They're rounding out by having Little Rocket Lab join the mix, along with Vampire Crawlers, Kiln, Alphelion, and the big one is Final Fantasy V, which is expected to arrive next week in early May. So I'm excited for that.
Huge.
What games have you been playing on Game Pass?
Me currently, I've been playing Kill It with Fire, Roadside Research, and Kingdom Come Deliverance,
Okay.
which is also on Game Pass. I know you've seen me play that at one point, but
Yeah.
for a Game Pass game, very in depth. Genuinely, the fact that it's free on Game Pass is insane. That is a $60 to $80 game off rip with the actual like it's definitely a Crimson Desert style game where you could put hundreds upon hundreds of hours of gameplay into it if you're not rushing through the story.
There you go, guys. Make sure to check it out. All of his three suggestions are really good. I've seen him play them and share screen on Discord, and they make me want to play. So I vouch for them personally, guys. And last but
Y'all
not
heard the
least,
man.
yeah, you heard them, man. Last but not least, we have to talk about a new Diablo 4 expansion. We're not going to get too much into it now. We're going to, move over to a new screen and have a reaction. We're going to react to it live. But get ready for that, guys. Diablo 4 expansion. Coming soon, coming right now. And here we go.
On this day, a pilgrim comes to our shores. Let him wash in the waters.
It is in our nature to hate, and that is why I've brought you here.
He's a demon. The mainland burns because of him. You're in danger.
Hey, yo.
What is this place?
Skolvos is where Lilith
Okay.
has created mankind.
They kind of cooking with the world.
I am your reckoning.
New class?
Think it's hell you want. I get rage.
2 new classes? Oh shit.
No more damn tricks.
I cannot stop his schemes alone.
No, you need me.
I will make Mephisto pay for this. We both will, my friend. We both will.
Okay. What do you think, Res?
That's a good direction.
Very good direction.
It's crazy to think how old this game is, and they're still releasing DLCs for it.
I was about to ask you that. I was about to say, do we know when Diablo 4 came out?
It, I think it, it had to be before COVID, bro.
It's been a while. I haven't played the game in years, so I don't know. Seeing this trailer was really good. They did a good job directing it. They got me wanting to play it. I wonder if do you know this expansion is it free? Is it like a DLC you got to pay money for? How does this work?
It's a DLC.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
Okay, cool.
Pretty sure you gotta pay.
Might have to
Yeah.
get
I
back
don't
into
think
it
it's the expansion, but definitely looks interesting.
for sure. Definitely have to get into it. Play it when it launches. We got to see when this comes out. But yeah, I really did like that trailer. Check it out, guys. The new expansion for Diablo 4, Lord of Hatred. Alright, guys. Thank you so much for watching. This is going to be the end of the first episode of the Daily Gamer Show. Thank you all for watching. Thank you everyone from the High Tide fam who has been watching these. The first 3 episodes originally were called the High Tide Show, and we're rebranding into the Daily Gamer Show just to encompass more of gaming and less of the High Tide brand itself. Thank you so much for watching. We have more videos you could click somewhere around here. Do you have any closing remarks, Russ?
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe, y'all. We'll see y'all next week. Check us out on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. All the links are right here. All the handles are right there. Have a good day, y'all. Peace.